Part 2. Let's hope we don't have any glitches this time. Battery on. Let's flip on some radios. Get our APU on. Close our canopy. Cool. Right, I think we're ready. Next step. Radio check uniform.
5 out of 5, Kermit. Again, ops is calling ahead so we don't have to get startup clearance, so go ahead and grab ATIS and get the APU up and let me know when you're ready for radio checks using the frag frequencies, okay?
Copy that. 33.5 on Fox and, what for Victor?
Go 128 on Victor, okay. Waiting for your mark.
Right, 335. Let's put, generator on. Let's listen to ATIS.
Type on first contact. Nellis AFB information kilo. Time 0955. Wind 230.405. Visibility greater than 10 miles. Clear.
What's the altitude?
Temperature 31. Dew point 33. Altimeter 2992. Runways and use
2992. Sweet,
right.
okay, that's all good.
Expect visual approach. Acknowledge receipt of information.
Shush. Right. 2-1 radio check, Fox.
Lima Charlie 1, ready on Victor.
Right, I need to set this to 128. Okay. Radio check, Victor.
5-5. Good. We'll divert from the checklist again today, which is becoming the new norm, and we'll go through some more academics here in the chalk. So get your lights, AAP, CDU, IFC, TICU, MFCDs up, and start the alignment. We'll stop short of starting the motors.
Yep. I'll let you know when I'm ready. Okay, let's, well, first of all, let's remove the chocks to prevent any glitches from interfering with that. Chief, remove the wheel chocks, please.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Lovely, thank you. Okay, right, let's get everything else up and running. Let's get CDU on, Iggy on. Let's put IFFC on, those two on. Let's put anti-skid on whilst we're at it. Get these up, let those load up. Oh, hang on, I've got to... Let's turn this on. Want that on 9.1. Want this on 12. Sweet. Okay. Right, okay, let's load all. Give that a few seconds. Oh, let's uncage this whilst we're down here. Make sure this is set as well. Okay. Is that finished loading? Boom. There we go. Okay. Over here, let's put CDU on. Okay, that's still doing its thing. Got to wait for T to equal 4008. That's going to climb up to that. So whilst that's doing that, let's do other final checks. 1,000 pounds of fuel. Good. What else? What else? What else? Oh, let's split that into middle and both. Okay, and you know what? To save time, I'm going to start engine 1. Boom. all up. Nice. Everything's moving nicely there. Oh, let's do a bit. Let's just hit that button. Okay. Engine 1 is almost at 60%.
Pull up, pull up.
Altitude.
Altitude.
Yep, okay. Right, engine 1 is settled, so let's start engine 2. Cool, that's looking nicely. Let's just do surface. Oh, hang on. Bit is finished. Okay. Enter. Just check stats down here. No faults found. Lovely. Alright, let's just do surfaces. Okay. Yep. Let's, yep. Rudder. Cool. Okay, let's just do a quick air brake check. Okay, let's put those back down. Right, think. Oh, hang on. Nav is flashing. Sweet, so let's hit nav. Let's go over here. And we will switch on our eggy and steer point. And down here, make sure that is on flight plan. Okay, oh, let's get some lights sorted. Pinky switch on. Okay, I think we are... Ooh. Sweet. That's going to be handy. Gonna keep that on my visual display. Okay, Biff, I think I'm ready. Actually, let's just make sure the rest of the plane is all good to go, so we need to arm our ejection seat. Switch off. Generator. Switch off. APU. EAC on. Why is that not going on? Why? Why is that? Wait, I've missed something. Oh, wait. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. And trim. Set. Okay. Now, have we got a squawk? I don't think we do, but I haven't seen one yet. I haven't come across what the squawk is, so maybe we don't have one. Alright, let's see if EAC will switch off now. Or switch on, I mean. Let's arm it. Boom, that's more like it. So now we have no caution lights on the panel. Sweet, they're all off. And I think we are good to go. So, what have you, Biff? All systems up and alignment has started.
Great. Here's the game plan for today. We're going to start with some useful options in the HUD setup, then we're going to move on to creating our flight plan. We'll briefly cover the waypoints and attributes, then we'll take off and continue with other stuff like checking the attribute behavior in flight, playing with the HSI, creating mark points, and last but not least, changing the anchor point. Ready?
I'm ready.
Right on. Alright, the HUD, I assume you have already finished the bit and switched on your IFC. You now use the HUD in one of 5 modes that can be changed by pressing the Master Mode control button on your stick.
Yep, got navigation, guns, CCIP, CCRP, and air-to-air.
Good. Don't get carried away with the air-to-air part, though, as we will be training on that mode in one of our upcoming sorties.
Cool. I look forward to that lesson.
Let's first get back to the basics, shall we? Go ahead and put that IFC button back into the test or middle position, please.
Yeah, I've already done that. I'm on the menu now.
Okay, you'll notice that the HUD has changed and is now displaying a series of menus. You can use these to configure the IFC system. In order to navigate through them, you'll use the UFC. With me so far?
Yep.
So the select rocker switch changes the line selection up and down. Data cycles the line selection, and enter lets you select the line option. Go ahead and see how it works, and let me know when you're ready to move on.
Yep, Yep, I'm good to move on.
Let's move from the top to the bottom of the list while going a bit deeper into some of the more useful options. First line, called CCIP Consent Option, lets you choose the CCIP Consent to Release mode, which we'll cover more in detail when we get to drop some bombs.
Oh, okay.
Next line is called Bit, or Built-in Test Menu. It is used to test several chosen IFC subsystems or all of them at once, like you already did in your normal startup.
Yep.
Third line is called AAS, or the air-to-air submenu. We will get into more details on the air-to-air training I mentioned before, but for now, suffice it to say that you use this menu to alter and select the gun funnel for air-to-air combat by using either presets or manual settings.
Cool, okay. The gun must be pretty bad on air targets.
Oh yeah. Did you read about Captain Bob Swain, the guy who scored the first air-to-air kill with the Avenger back in 1991?
No.
Described hitting the Iraqi helo with 300 rounds?
Christ.
Then it looks like the helicopter was hit by a bomb. They tried to ID what he destroyed afterwards, but it was blown into such tiny pieces that it was impossible. Anyway, let's move on, shall we?
Yeah, less chit-chat this time, shall we?
We now get to the weapons menu, which is used to set the parameters of your 30 mic. This will typically be done by the ground crew before the mission, so we don't need to go through it now.
Cool.
Moving on, weapons release data lets you select whether you want the release data parameters to automatically scroll in your HUD, or if you want to have the option to scroll through them manually.
Cool, okay. And what's the display modes?
Now this one's very useful, and we'll go through the option in a more detailed way. Please select this line and press enter. Ready?
Enter. Ready.
This menu is basically used to set up what is displayed on your HUD and how. So the first option lets you decide whether you want to see the release data on your HUD or not.
Cool.
The second line, called CCIP Gun Cross Occult, lets you decide whether you want the TBV to hide behind the CCIP Gun Cross in order to declutter the HUD. If you do, you have to select yes.
Cool, okay.
The next two are pretty straightforward. You can choose to have tapes displayed on both sides of the HUD alongside the values for your speed and altitude. You can also switch between metric and imperial values for both.
That's pretty cool.
Indeed. Next you have the radar altitude tape, which allows you to display the altitude measured by radar in the form of a tape.
Cool. Roger that.
Now we get to another pretty useful option, which you probably remember from yesterday. The choice of speed displayed. Do you want me to go over it once again, or do you prefer to move on?
Oh, we can move on.
Alright, the last option is the one marked for vertical velocity, which will allow you to display the vertical velocity scale on the left side of the HUD.
Cool. And IFFF?
You won't ever need to touch it. Okay, please navigate to exit and press enter to return to the previous menu.
Cool. I am on the previous menu.
Good. The next two options are used by the sweaty, so we're not going to go over those.
Okay.
Finally, the GCache training helps you set up a false ground that. Ground collision avoidance, but at a safe altitude. And that's all there is to it. Go ahead and switch the IFC button back into normal mode, please.
Cool. Done.
Good. We've spent enough time on the ground already. Let's finish the startup procedure. Once you're good to go, contact ground and get us taxi clearance.
Copy that. Stand by. Contacting ground for clearance now. Nellis ground, Tusk 1 is 2 A10s at Thunder with Kilo ready taxi.
Tusk 1, taxi Charlie, Golf, Alpha, hold short 03 right.
Taxi Charlie Golf Alpha, hold short 03 right, Tusk 1. Cool, am I clear to go? Can we go? Alright, I'll start taxiing then? Cool, right, nose wheel steering on. Not going to forget that this time. Let's start bringing up some throttle. Let's just test our brakes. Yep, they're good. Right, let's keep going. One is taxiing out. Let's get a better page on.
201.
Put ground speed on. Boom, boom. Okay, ground speed is on. Lovely. Lovely, bright, sunny day. Shit. Don't go, of course. Right, stay on the yellow line, Henry. Ooh, hello. Got some B-52s. Sweet. Look at those wings. That's insane. Big beasts. God, the wings need wheels. Slightly off course. Put taxi lights on. Alright, Biff, you there behind me? I can't see you. I can't see. Oh, Christ, I'm going off course, hang on. Any other interesting planes? No, no F-15s today. Fuck, I'm going a little bit fast, but that's okay. Right, so we're taking off on the first runway. We're not crossing it this time, we're taking off from it. So I just got to stop at the yellow and black striped line before it. 1 holding short of 03 right, push to tower frequency. Okay, tower frequency is 4, I believe? Yeah. Tower. Nellis Tower, Tusk 1 flight holding short, runway 03 right, ready for departure.
Tusk 1, Nellis Tower, wind is 230 for 05, cleared for takeoff 03 right.
Sweet. Clear for takeoff 03 right, Tusk 1. Okay, in that case, let's just get everything checked and ready. So, IAS, lovely. Let's put landing lights on, flaps down to takeoff position, and nothing on the warning panel. Pitot heat is on. Oh, let's make lights steady. Go. Okay. I think we're good to go. Right, let's get onto that runway. Okay. Check. Okay. I think we're good to go. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Okay. Wheel brake on. 90% throttle. And wheel brake release. Yep, one's rolling. Full throttle.
Two's rolling. Tusk 1, contact departure.
Okay, rotate. Okay, gear up. Flaps up. I'm gonna set up, trim reset, and just keep climbing. Right, oh, is there another race on today? Yes, there is. Cool. What's that? Oh, it's a train. It's cool. Maybe we can take one of them out in a mission. Oh, Biff, what the hell are you doing down there? God damn it, Biff. Right, so we are climbing to 6,000 feet at the moment, just past Angels 4. And we're 1 minute 45 seconds out from truck stop waypoint where we're going to turn left. Oh shit, I've got to go to departure. Right. Depart is on 6. Nellis departure, Tusk 1 flight with you. Looking to turn to 248 over truck stop.
Tusk 1, Nellis departure, radar contact. Climb to 6,000, turn left for 248 at truck stop.
Yep, climbing. Left turn for 248 over truck stop for Tusk 1. Okay, let's level off. 5850. Another 100 feet to go. Okay. 20 seconds, we'll be turning to 248. 10 seconds.
Tusk 1, cleared to resume own navigation.
Cleared for own navigation, Tusk 1. There it is, right. Leveling off, we want to keep climbing to Angels 10. So, let's put our path autopilot on. Now. Lovely. That means I can actually look out the window and look at stuff.
The departure route that we're flying is going to be pretty standard for the rest of our time here. It's also pretty easy to fly. Just follow the northern edge of town over to Highway 95, then turn northeast and follow it up into the NCR.
So, Biff, word on the street is you are a eunuch? Am I right there?
Hey, firm, that's exactly correct.
No silly buggers today, Biff.
Okay, Kermit, well done. Since we'll be doing some training on waypoints in your attributes, we might want to add some extra ones for that and set them up as a new flight plan.
Cool, sounds good to me.
Let's climb to Angels 10 and get clear of Vegas airspace. Then we'll find a nice spot to anchor and work on these waypoints.
Roger that.
Also, please remember to keep between 250 and 270 knots indicated throughout the whole flight. We have a lot of things to cover, and we wouldn't want to miss any waypoints as we're talking.
Cool, currently at 259. And we're still climbing. God, just over 1,000 feet to go. Out from our waypoint. Slightly turn. Okay, start leveling up. Let's take autopilot off. Let's start leveling out, 200 feet to go. Cool, and we are at Angels. Get a little bit higher. 10. There we are. Seconds, and we're turning to our next waypoint. All good so far. Wow. How's all this surviving in the middle of the desert? Oh, I can't wait to fly this thing low through that high street. Alright, coming up to 10 seconds. Right, let's get ready to turn. Turning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, turning. So, what's up with your call sign?
You first.
Okay. So back in my hometown, there was this really nice girl who actually sounded like Miss Piggy in every single way, and one night I got with her and we were a little bit loud, and when we came out of the back room of this bar, the main joke was that only Kermit could make Miss Piggy make sounds like that, so that's how I got the name.
That's awesome.
Cool, what's your call sign about?
Right, so Biff is an acronym for Big Inbred Farming Fucker. I grew up in rural Kansas on a farm. That plus chewing and being into hunting, fishing, and other redneck shit apparently means I'm inbred. Then there's the fact that apparently I look like Biff from Back to the Future.
Yeah, you totally do.
What's that, the inbred part or looking like Biff?
Both?
You'd better be careful. You need me to sign off on your training. I'd hate for you to get washed out and wind up on Preds or some shit.
Alright, that's how it is it?
Off to the west here, you'd be hard to miss Mount Charleston, or more accurately, Charleston Peak, at a shade under 12,000 feet.
Talking about that mountain. It's quite pretty. Looks very cool.
So, the big conspicuous mountain off your left side is a really nice place to visit. There's a neat restaurant to grab some lunch at and some more fun roads to drive around on.
Very nice. I mean, a lot more green up there than I expected. Are there trees up there?
Yeah, most of those are bristlecone pines, and they can live to be over 5,000 years old. They're really something. Also, it's usually much cooler up there, which is a nice change of pace in summer. And there's also a ski resort open when there's enough snow.
Skiing out here. Is it a long drive by car to get up there?
That's not too bad. From the front gate, maybe an hour up and an hour back. I forgot to mention it, but there's also a lot of really nice hiking trails up there.
Yeah, it'd be nice to go up there someday. I love hiking.
We're coming up to Creech here, and Creech is mostly used for RPAs like MQ-1 Predators and MQ-9 Reavers.
What, so that's where they train for predator drones and stuff?
Yep, that's correct. Sometimes you catch the Batwing operating up here, and the Thunderbirds practice just to the north.
The Batwing? And Thunderbirds?
Yeah, the Lockheed RQ-170 stealth drone flying wing thing.
Something there. Taking off.
They also operate a lot of rotoring out of here for the various flags and exercises.
Sounds pretty lame. It's not as cool as an A-10 though, is it?
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Alright, Kermit, we're going to be heading into the NTR for the first time today. We'll need to contact Blackjack and get clearance into and out of the airspace. I'll handle those calls since this is our first time heading up there. Go 377.8 and stand by.
Blackjack, that is channel 7. Copy that. I am on Blackjack.
Blackjack, Tusk 1.
Tusk 1, Blackjack, sending.
Tusk 1 is going to be a two-ship of A-10s near Creech at Angel 10 looking for entry for a local familiarization flight.
Tusk cleared and J are dispersed. All ranges should be cleared.
Cleared for entry, Tusk 1.
So we should be heading towards Area 51. Should be slightly on our 1 o'clock somewhere. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. Just 10 feet short of Angel 10. Oh, I should probably slow down a little bit. Going at 288. Let's just put our air brake on a little, maybe. Oh, perfect. Let's hold it there. Right, what's next in the lesson? Biff? Hello? Tusk 1-2.
So, we have a nice long flight plan for today, which we are going to follow meticulously, because we're going to be close to some restricted areas.
Where the hell are you
I'll
going?
point out some of the highlights around the NCR, but we also need to do some training. And for that, I want you to create another flight plan that we will use only for training.
Cool, tell me how.
Alright, first use your autopilot and put your plane in a right-hand orbit. When ready press the waypoint button on the CDU or on the USD. Also, make sure that you have the CDU repeater up on one of your MSDDs.
Copy that. Okay, let's get out of this autopilot now. And let's put on bank autopilot. And let's start going around. Set trim and autopilot. Okay, and then the next thing I'm supposed to do is hit the waypoint button. What is it? This one? Cool. Yep, I think that's the page. All done.
Before we get too far, it's worth noting that if you see a CPU input error message or fat finger a key as you type in, just hit clear or backspace and press on.
Yeah, I've already discovered that one.
We have a series of waypoints already in the CDU that constitute our current flight plan, but let's add some more that we will use to build a new flight plan and work on other waypoint attributes.
Cool. Okay.
Alright, so before you set out on the extremely interesting journey through the CDU and waypoint creation, I will explain all the basics to you. After that, I want you to use the information from your keyboard to fill in the rest of the flight plan.
Copy that.
There are several ways of creating new waypoints, but for now, we will cover the two most common ones, MPRS and lat long. So first, please confirm that you're looking at the waypoint page on the CDU and that the AAP steer dial is set to other. Alternatively, you can set the AAP page to waypoint and then select the waypoint branch from the waypoint menu page.
Yeah, I believe I'm on the right page. Copy that.
Now, the first thing we need to do is create a new waypoint. Locate the question mark 11 entry on the 7th line on the right-hand side, and press the corresponding line select.
Boom. So that's gone up to 12. So is that just okay? That's I think that's has that created a new waypoint now then?
Good. You've created your first waypoint.
Sweet.
Now that that's created, we need to fill in the important stuff by filling in its properties. Let's start with the name, then we'll give it its coordinates. Since we'll use this for training, let's call it Train 1. Go ahead and type that in and press OSB 7 next to MSN 011 text on the top right-hand side of the screen.
Cool. Okay. T R O A I N. Hold still, head tracker. N 1 and enter. There we go. Cool. That is done.
Good. Now all I need to do is tell the CDU where it's located. Check your kneeboard and find the lat long coordinates for waypoint train 1.
Cool. Yep. I've got 374200 north and 1161104 west.
Check if line 9 on the CDU shows L/L as the chosen coordinate system. If not, press the OSB or line select key next to it to select the lat long mode.
I think that's already on it. Okay. I can see LL. So I guess that's what he's talking about. Okay.
Alright, we're good to go. Type in the latitude coordinates, north, followed by 374,200 on your keyboard, no spaces, and then hit the OSB 17 or line select 3 left key. You will see those numbers are now
Sweet.
introduced into the system.
Cool. I think that's worked.
Now do the same for longitude. One important thing is that you will have to use 8 characters as opposed to the 7 given for latitude. So input whiskey 1161104 and let me know once that's in.
Whiskey 1161104 was it? Yeah. 04. And I'm popping it in this one. Set.
Great. Next, we'll set up the waypoint altitude for 10,000.
Altitude for 10,000. Okay, so calm. 1 0 0 0 0. Is that this one? Fuck! No, it's not that one. Oh wait, it's that one. Elevation. Idiot. Okay. 1 0 0 0 0 0. Boom. Cool. I think that's done.
Okay, so now that you have the first waypoint, let's create another one together. But you'll be alone from this point onward.
Cool. Okay.
Good. Go ahead and press OSB 9 again to add another waypoint. Disregard. I forgot to tell you about this option called Copy to Available Mission Point. It creates a new waypoint using the same coordinates and elevation as the one you have currently selected. Let's play with that function, so please do that now.
Press OSB 9. Okay. Boom. Okay. I think I've done that. Waypoint created.
For this waypoint, we'll use the MGRS coordinates, but first let's change its name from the default MSN 012 to Train 2. Let me know when you've done that.
Cool. Done.
Now change the system from lat long to QTM by pressing OSB 10 or right line select 4.
Yep, done that.
Okay, you'll notice one additional line appearing on the left side of your CDU screen. In order to use the MGRS coordinates, you first need to make sure that you have introduced a correct QTM grid, which consists of 2 numbers and a letter. So for Nevada, this would be 11 Sierra. Type it in your keypad and press OSB 17 or left line select E3.
I'm putting in, what, 11S am I? Okay, I mean, there's already an 11S there, so 1, 1, S, there? I think I did that right.
Good. Now for the coordinates. It always consists of 2 letters and between 4 and 10 digits. The more digits you introduce, the more precise the waypoint designation will be. Go ahead and type in both letters and 10 digits for Train 2 as listed in the keyboard.
Copy that. I shall hit N. Hold still. B. 71934. 71934. 72843. Fuck! Wait. Yeah, that's... Oh, fucking head tracker. Right. Clear. Right. N. B. 717. So I was looking at the wrong one before. 56. And then 931. 84. Boom. I think that's done it.
Sweet. Now check for correct elevation. Should still be 10,000 feet.
That's right.
And once you've done that, go ahead and add all the remaining waypoints using either QTM or the lat long system, whichever you prefer. Give me a shot when you're ready and we'll build a flight plan out of them.
Copy that. I'll continue with that then, so we'll create a new one. I think I prefer doing this way. Or do I? Okay. This is going to be called Train 3, so T. Oh, fucking L, not L. Head tracker, come on. T. Stop moving. R. Stop moving. A. I. N. 3. Enter. Right. N. B. 757. Elevation will be 10,000. Got 100,000. God damn it. Clear. Okay, I think that's all good. Name, coordinate, and elevation. Cool. Right, let's do a new one. Let's do train 4. T. R. A. I. N. 4. Okay. And this one is N. B. 98410. 98410. 73116. 73116. Enter. And elevation of 10,000. Cool. I think that's all done. I think they're all in there.
Alright, let's exit the orbit and set waypoint 3 as our steer point.
Waypoint. Okay. Okay. Right. Out of that. So, heading towards waypoint 3. Now, did he mean waypoint 3 or train 3? Do I need to? No, I'll just stay on 3. Okay. And autopilot is engaged. Biff? Biff? Did that work? Why are you over there? You're miles away. What's going on? Oh, hang on. Is that Papoose Lake? Over that hill? Like over here? If it is, it would mean that Area 51 is behind that ridge. Wait! There's Area 51. That's it there. Yeah, that's Area 51. Finally! And this is Papoose Lake. That's where Bob Lazar went, just down there. Yeah. That's Area 51. Sweet. Right. Biff. Are you there? Biff? You've gone very quiet all of a sudden. I don't like it when you do that. Oh. I know this from Google Maps. This is the nuclear test site.
Before we get to working on that flight plan, off to the right you can see the Nevada test site, now known as the Nevada National Security Site and its mini crater. This is where we used to test our nuclear weapons.
Oh, that's a big one there. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, there's a famous one.
Yep, from 1951 until 1992 they detonated almost 930 weapons there. 100 were above ground atmospheric tests, and the remainder were underground tests. They tested all kinds of stuff there and looked at using weapons for civilian purposes like mining and earth moving.
So that big crater there was created from the Sedan nuclear test underground detonation. It was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, underground nuclear blast and created effectively a radioactive dust storm. The crater itself is about 1,200 feet in diameter and 320 feet deep, and the lip or rim of it ranges from 20 feet to 100 feet high. remaining sand around it is what was thrown up and blasted out, which is well over a mile across. The thing was huge. So that's Area 51.
From what I've read, out of an awful fuck, and according to some of the guys I know who used to work there were occasions where sometimes fallout would get a little dicey, so they'd restrict operations and whatnot. But then there's the whole St. George and Conquer conspiracy.
What's that about?
St. George, Utah is like 140 miles downrange from the NTS. And they have an elevated incidence of certain types of cancers attributable to nuclear testing. Things like leukemia, lymphoma, and thyroid cancers, just to name a few. Well, they shot this movie called The Conqueror, starring John Wayne, near there in the early 50s. The story goes that they were doing some test shots here at the NTS during the filming, and a bunch of people that were there on set died from cancer in the years after.
Well, I think John Wayne also died of cancer, so he could have been included on that count.
Yeah, not our proudest moment. Right, back to work. Now we're ready to build a flight plan using the waypoints which we have introduced earlier. Get our current steer point on the nose and set the autopilot to altitude heading also.
Yep, done and done. Very quiet on the radio for some reason. Could you get a bit closer, maybe? So is flight plan what we generally use for all missions, mainly?
Yes, especially during the ingress-egress, or until we need to exploit something one of the other modes gives us. Flight plan shows us the entire route with waypoints connected by a green line, which helps you make sure that you're not wandering off someplace you're not
Shit, I
supposed
forgot
to be.
bloody tad.
Sam West or across the border.
Bear with me 2 seconds, Biff. I'll be with you shortly.
Right on. So first a few words of introduction. To enter the flight plan mode, make sure that your A select switch is set to other, and a steer page is on the flight plan. Remember that you can have up to 20 flight plans, each consisting of up to 40 waypoints.
Cool. Yep. I am got the 2 dials set to flight plan and other.
Next, go ahead and enter the flight plan page by either pressing the STM button on the CPU or function, then 5 on the UFC. Let me know when you've done that.
Function 5. Yep. Got a new screen.
Okay, you'll see that there is already one flight plan stored in the CPU. It was prepared during the mission planning phase and was uploaded from the ETS, together with the loadout information and other information when you hit load all. However, it's important that you know how to create one for yourself independent of the ETS. The page should now be showing us 01 auto MSN in the top and 02 new FP in the bottom line. First, we need to enter the name of the new flight plan in the scratch pad. Let's call it train. Once you have typed that, please press the lowest left line select key or OSD 16 in order to create a new flight plan. Let me know when you've done that.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. Right. Fuck's sake, head tracker. T R A A A I N and what? Cool. That seemed to work.
Good. You should now be back at the main flight plan page, and your new plan is listed next to number 02. If you press the second left line select key or OSD 18, you will set train as your active flight plan. By pressing it again, you can cycle between manual or automatic cycling of our waypoints as we pass them. All we need to do now is to add the waypoints to our flight plan.
Cool. How do we do that?
Press the flight plan build line select key next to the flight plan you want to modify. So in this case, flight plan 2. To add a waypoint to the open flight plan, enter the number or the name of the waypoint you wish to add using either the CDU or UFC keypad. Type train 1 for the name, and let me know when you're ready to press on.
And then, am I hitting there? I don't know if that worked. Shit, I don't think did that work? I don't know if I did the right thing there. Oh god. Biff, I'm not sure if I did it right.
Cool. Now press the second line select key on the left for OSB 18 next to 01.
Hang on, but 01 is next to OSB 19, not 18. I think I've made a mistake here. So what have I been pushing it for there? So I'm going to push it this one. And that's made it go to auto. Is that what it's going to get me to do?
Perfect. Go ahead and add the remaining 3 waypoints to the flight plan in the order listed in the knee board. Give me a heads up when you're finished.
Okay. Fuck. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Right, clear. Oh, clear. Okay, let's just try. Head. Stop moving. Right. R-A-I-N. 2. Okay. And we will put it in there. Where's it gone? Okay, hang on. There it is. Okay. So, T-R-A-I-N, hold still, 3, and we'll put it there. Okay, that's not working. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think I've got this now. I think. Let's see. Right. T-R-A-I-N. 4. Boom. Okay, I think I've put them all in.
Good. Take a look at your TAD, and you should see that your flight plan has formed a rectangle over Coyote Delta. However, it is still open on the eastern side. To close it, please add train 1 as your 5th waypoint to the flight plan, and let me know once that's done.
I don't see any triangles. See the flight plan is formed. Wait, what if I was to select one of these? Oh, fuck, what have I hit there? Biff, you're not being very clear. I hate it when you're not being very clear about this. Don't see any flipping triangles. Oh my god, Biff, I fucking do not get your instructions right. Train 1. Did I hit the right button? I hit the right button. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the flow. Yeah, done.
This one is useful if you're assigned to a kill zone and you want to be sure that you stay within it. And we'll use this one to learn more about waypoint attribute in the later part of the story. For now, switch back to the main flight plan and continue towards Tonopah.
Continue towards Tonopah. We're about to fly over it.
We're coming up on the Tonopah Test Range airfield. You should see it off the nose now. I know it's interesting, but don't forget to turn towards waypoint 5, okay?
Off the nose is by my fucking toes, more like.
For sure. Most recently, it's where most of the F-117s were brought when they were retired. And there's rumors of other things happening around these parts if you smell what I'm stepping in. Back in the mid-70s, they also moved the 4477 Tactical Evaluation Squadron, or Red Eagles, and their MiGs up here. I think that Tonopah will always be best known for the F-117 program, though.
Seriously, Biff, you are talking far too much at the moment. Just tell me how to fucking do this lesson. I do not care about your trivia.
Pretty much all of the Russian design fighters built up into the 80s. So we've got MiG-17s, 19s, 21s, 23s, 25s, and 29s.
Oh my god. I don't care.
Supposedly was there also, and some Chinese variants of Russian aircraft like the J-6 and even an F-7.
I really don't care.
Yes, indeed. If you get the chance, pop by the threat training facility you're heading to, over by the Red Flag building while you're here. You can't miss it, as there's an SA-8 parked out front. In the event you end up dropping by, they have a MiG-29 and MiG-23 inside the building that you can climb up into. And outside they have all kinds of armor and a few choppers. Pretty cool little spot if you have some time to wait.
We're gonna end up in fucking Alaska at this rate. Biff! The lesson, please! Oh my god, where are we going? We're gonna end
Kermit,
up...
stand by. I may have a situation here.
Oh, really? What now?
Yeah, my HSI just went Tango uniform on me. Let's orbit here for a moment.
Okay. Orbiting. Go at a nice angle. And boom. Okay, orbiting. See where all that bloody chit-chat gets us? When you're not paying attention to your instruments.
Okay, my HSI is definitely bent. I won't be able to guide us through the rest of the mission. Give me a few minutes, I'll contact Dallas and get our squadron and maintenance guys on the line.
Seriously, dude, fix your radio. So quiet. Wonder what they're growing down there.
This is 2. Seems it's our lucky day. We've got a small detachment of our own guys preparing tow to farm for the upcoming Red Flag. Could land there and get this thing fixed in no time. They say it shouldn't take them no more than 45 minutes to swap it out and off-check it. Yep, and we'll be able to continue with our mission and stay on schedule. I'll just have to make a few calls to the range guys when we're on the ground. Okay, switch to 257.9er for Silver Bow Tower, and let me know when you're there.
257.9. 257.9. Yep. 1 is on 257.9. Come on, Biff. Oh, shit. Wait. There we go.
Roger, Wilco, Tusk 1-2.
I just missed out on a whole conversation there. Fuck's sake. Right. I'm gonna hang out here and wait for Biff to land, and then I guess I'm gonna land after him.
Okay, Kermit, I'll see you on the ground.
Going to murder Biff. Don't crash. Hurry up, will you? Get me out of here fucking ages. to that. It was just towards the end I got very lost and confused. Looks like turn apart there. Yeah, I did not see the triangle he was talking about. He landed yet? Where is he? Can't see him anywhere. Should probably start looking for some smoke and fire. Or, in the case of Biff, manure. Oh, hang on. Oh no, there's a building. Right. Silver Bow, Tusk 1-1, 5 miles out for runway 32, full stop.
Tusk 1-1, Silverbow, clear to land, runway 32. The winds are 030 at 10.
Clear to land, runway 32, Tusk 1-1. Right, sweet. Let's get out of here. Let's come around and land. I guess we learned a bit more in today's lesson, but still, Biff, you've got to stop all your chit-chat about all these facts and things you know in the past. Just get on with the lesson. Waste so much time, and these lessons could be so much shorter if you didn't talk so much bollocks. Alright, let's line up. Let's put our landing lights on. Oh, they're already on. Okay, let's switch them back on. Right, okay. Let's get landing gear down. And flaps down. There's 2 runways. Which one am I on? No, that looks more like a taxiway. Okay, it's just 1 runway. Right, coming round. I've got how to access notes on my HUD. I've got note flashing on my HUD, which probably an important message, but thanks to Biff's instructions, I have no idea how to open it.
Altitude, altitude.
Why is it saying we're at 5,800 feet? This is not 5,800 feet. Okay. Opening air brake. Nose up. Shit. Did I just pop a tire? Fuck.
Tusk 1-1, contact ground at 127.25.
You want me to change radio frequency mid-landing? Are you shitting me? Alright, give me a second, ground. Wait. Noticeable steering on. Fuck. Wait. God damn it, this is what happens when you tell me to change radio frequency whilst landing. Right, what was that? 1, 2... Oh, fucking hell. Let me get off the runway. Okay.
Silverbow, Tusk 1-2, 5 miles out for runway 32, full stop.
not landed
Clear
yet?
to land, runway 32, Tusk 12.
There he is. Oh my god. Alright, let's just close air brake.
Tusk 1-1, Silverbow. Contact tower with 5 miles out.
Okay, let me just... Right, flaps up. Right, what was it? 12725. 27. Okay, ground Tusk 1-1 is with you at Charlie.
Tusk 1-1, taxi Foxtrot, Bravo to Bravo ramp. Enter revetment Golf 02.
Bravo to Bravo ramp. Revetment Golf 02.
Once you stop, go ahead and shut down. It may take a while.
Have you landed yet? He's coming in to land. Wait, I want to stop and watch this for a second. I want to see him fuck up. How the hell did I land before you, Biff? Gave you ample amount of time. God, he's gonna fucking take forever. Shit, which way is it? Oh, the signs need to be a lot clearer. Wait! Oh god, I don't think I wanted to go down here. Or did I? Oh, I don't bloody know. Like, there should be more signs. That's C. Maybe Bravo is up ahead. How have you not landed yet, Biff? It took me minutes. God, I hope this mission wasn't too long. In regards to recording it, because there's going to be a lot to edit through. Yeah, I don't seem to be hobbling along. I think my tires are okay. It did sound and seem like I possibly burst a tire on landing, but I think I'm okay. Right, has he landed yet? There he is, he's coming in. Don't fuck up, Biff. Don't fuck up. Well done. Oh, what's that say? Is that B? B, cool. This is Bravo. Okay, so I think I'm going to be turning left here. And then what was the last bit of information? I can't remember what the... Turn left here. Just gonna put it in here. Is that the technicians waiting for Biff's plane? I'm gonna assume it is. Oh Christ, don't miss this. Wings are very expensive on planes, right? And stop. Oh, let's open up the canopy. That could have gone a little bit better, but I think we've actually completed a lesson for a first time. Oh, still got my strobe lights on, right. Let's start shutting systems down, right. Off, get off, I said, right. Turn these down. Oh, it's gonna be a quick way of doing lights. Heat off, right, see. engine 2 off. Switch up the screens. Yep, stop flashing. Right, okay, switch that off. That's all good. That can go off. Anti-skid off. Shush you, stop. Right, okay. That can probably go. Then we'll turn that off. That off. I think that'll do for now. Let's get the ladder out. Boom. Oh, God damn it, Biff. You really need to work on your instructor skills. Has he taxied round yet? Cannot see him. Right. Oh, there he is. Cool. So I did end up in the right place. Awesome. Where'd he get a park? He's not on the other side, has he? No. Cool, that's him there. Where's he going? Oh, thank God for that. I thought he was going to come through here for a second. Cool, looks like he is parking up in the bay next to us. Sweet. Right. Well, that was mission 3, navigation part 2. Bit more successful than the last one. Got to land together this time instead of seeing him staying up in the air. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.